let's get started with MPG 2.0. Real quick, first thing you get to is when you install the plugin is create new um, project. And here we have a few options from scratch, and there's a bunch more. So there's some ready to go data sets for locations and cities and streets and regions and so forth for different countries and worldwide. And then there's some lead gen templates or integration directories or partner lists and so forth. So you can use it for all kinds of things and purposes. Just whenever you need a page, a website with a bunch of pages that are similar in use, and you don't want to spend a ton of time creating them, so you just want to kind of follow one template. That's what MPG does, and that's what it does best, especially when it comes to editing. Anyway, enough of promo. Let's real quick dive into and get a trend installer. For example, let's do world cities. Let's see how that does. Here we have it. We deploy the data set. It automatically loads up. It tells me I have a limit of 15. I'm sorry, of 50 rows. So we got 50 pages working there. So real quick, first thing it does is names a project for us automatically because I imported it. When you do it from scratch, you can name it whatever you want, or you can rename it as well. Um, then you have pages or posts that you are default entity types in WordPress. If you have any plugins that created their entities, you can also create the entities and pages for those particular entities. So especially like e-commerce or something. Template is I have a bunch of different templates, but this is automatically added and imported. So again, this is just as an example. I highly suggest also to uh, do this is to exclude the page from indexing the template page, because the generated pages will still be indexed, but the um, the template page should not be indexed because it has shortcodes in it. So we don't want to get it indexed. Here we have a file. It's already loaded. That's we can see it right there below in the preview. If I hit the preview, you got a bunch of 24,920 cities in there, entries. And then there's some basic info in there, like what the ISO code is and latitude and longitude and city name in the country. So automatically my URL format was in this template set up to be MPG city dash MPG country. So this is how it looks, but you can say, you can do anything you want, at city, or like add a different short code, for example, if you want latitude in there or something like that. You can do whatever you want. But yeah, if you open this up, you will see the page that gets generated. So here we have it. Tour the beautiful city of Melishiv in Kosovo, and then it says, "Hey, that's where it's located." And I threw a random script that generates a picture based on a word. So I put Melishiv in there, and that's what that's the picture it returned to me. So kind of funny. Um, so going back to this, we can generate short codes. So the short codes are generated from your headers. These are the headers in this data file that we have. You can just copy them and insert them when we edit the page itself. Or we can create a list. For example, if country is Kosovo or Yemen, and we can say, that's gonna by default it's gonna use latitude, but we're gonna say we want city name. There we go. And we're gonna preview, for example. So here's some cities in Yemen that we have in our list. So that shortcode, you can use it in the MPG generated page itself, or some random pages that you want, or you can use one template instead of the other. For example, one thing will generate countries, and the other will generate states, and the other will generate cities, and it could be all generated, and you have pages for countries and cities and states and so forth. So whatever you want, or even airports if you want, or streets and airports, or every person in every airport in every city in every country, and so forth. I mean, you can go as crazy as you want on this, as long as you have the data, as long as you have the data set to base this off of, then yeah, you got it. And lastly, we have sitemap, so we can generate the sitemap. There we have it. Um, so it's that easy. You can just feed it into Google Search Console. You will index the pages, and obviously, don't forget to use the generate list to build up in links besides the sitemap as well. That will help SEO and will help get the pages indexed faster, and so forth. I also highly recommend using data tables if you have them. So, for example, if you're building a crunch, a squeeze page, or anything like this, provide unique data, some stats that Google loves, that they think it's value, and it is for a user. Some unique stats that, if you have them, of course, for a particular location or a particular part that you have. So, in the next video, I'll show you how to start from scratch, and maybe we will explore some um, detailed shortcode generation. So, thanks for watching.